Hey, this is Al from Transformational Gaming. Appreciate you coming by. Appreciate you coming to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about Jim Ryan's response to Phil Spenser over inadequate merger and agreements with Microsoft. And this is a hot grease fire. So I want to get into it. But before we get into it, I'd like to ask you guys to please keep supporting the channel. I like to get 100 likes on this video, or at least over that. That's kind of like my benchmark for a successful video. So if you're out there, please support the channel. We appreciate all that you have done. We're up to 825 and counting. So really want to take time out to give my gratitude for you guys coming to the channel. I really appreciate that. Okay, now let's get into the hot grease fire. This is really a long story. I'm going to tell it as much as I can without having this video go over 35 minutes. But getting into it, Phil Spenser's been out there campaigning for this merger between Microsoft and Activision. And he's been saying crazy stuff like, we don't believe in exclusives. Exclusives is hurting the game industry. This, that, and the third. Meanwhile, Microsoft has been buying every company known to man, and it's getting crazy out there. Sony is watching all of this, and Jim Ryan is not pleased with it, and Sony's not pleased with it, because we all know what's going to happen if Microsoft buys Call of Duty. If Call of Duty goes to Microsoft, Call of Duty is done. And I've been listening to everybody's opinion. That's why I didn't come out and jump out on this. But I have my thoughts on it. And my thoughts are is that Jim Ryan knows the real issue is that when you're in business, you're in it to make money indefinitely. You're not in it to appease some fanboys. You're not in it to make YouTubers look good. When you're in business to stay in business and make money indefinitely. And what Phil Spenser is saying is that we don't like essentially exclusives on consoles because it's bad for gamers. It doesn't represent gamers. Now, Phil Spenser knows what he said was complete BS. He knows that. And Jim Ryan, more importantly, knows that. And Phil Spenser been out there campaigning, saying all type of crazy stuff, talking about the terms of the deal between Sony and Microsoft. As far as Call of Duty is concerned, I think Jim Ryan just said, look, man, I've had enough. And Jim Ryan came out and said, look, if Microsoft merges with Activision and Blizzard, Phil Spenser will be able to dictate the terms of any agreement that we can agree to. That's going to effectively hurt our bag in the long run. And no duh, I have been saying this from the beginning. I have always said this. The fact of the matter is, if Call of Duty is ever under the guise and cares of Microsoft, you can say goodbye to Call of Duty. Call of Duty will never come out. It's going to be delayed, just like Starfield, just like Senua's Sacrifice. It's going to be delayed until we forget about it. And next thing you know, Phil Spenser is having a conference 10 years down the line saying that, hey, we wasn't able to make it work. We're going for something different. Or, God help me, the game probably enough turned into something like Candy Crush. You know? But there's a precedence for this. I mean, Microsoft has been doing this. And this is what Jim Ryan is talking about. Jim Ryan is not scared or under the thought of, well, we're not going to be able to make anything compete with Call of Duty. No, those two factors are not true at all. What is true is that Call of Duty makes a lot of money for PlayStation. Most people are going to buy it on PlayStation because the differences between the two consoles is minuscule. And it's small enough to where if there is a difference, people are not going to be able to see it. You're not going to be able to tell. And the best games are basically on PlayStation. This is why Microsoft has been trying to talk to the regulators for fair competition and doing all of this campaigning because other countries got different laws like antitrust for fair competition. And UK, all of these powerful continents and countries, Brazil, they're raising questions and saying, hey, look, why do you have to buy a big company that's on the level of EA and that got several games that makes billions of dollars? Why do you have to buy that company? Jim Ryan's right. Jim Ryan is totally right. I have been saying this. Microsoft is a place where studios go to die. It's basically a grave site. That's what Microsoft is. It's a grave site. If you're ready to die, if you're ready to give up the ghost, you get bought by Microsoft. And I have been saying this for years. Jim Ryan is not worried about competing with Call of Duty. He's not. He's not scared. Nobody at Sony's scared. What they are concerned is that that's money that they can't get back. That's what they're scared about. They want to have Call of Duty on PlayStation full bore, carte blanche. Okay? They don't want promises and stuff and deals that they have to go back and sue Microsoft over, because getting attorneys and all that other stuff, that stuff costs money. So going to court is very expensive. And if Microsoft is in a position to dictate contracts, so like this contract that Jim Ryan brought up, let's just read what Jim Ryan had to say. It says, Jim Ryan says that Microsoft has offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony explains PlayStation chief Jim Ryan in a statement I'm reading from The Verge. And it's saying that after almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take into account the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest, what is he talking about? The highest quality of Call of Duty experience. And Microsoft proposal undermines this principle. This is what I'm saying, guys. I've been saying this for years. Jim Ryan is not scared of Microsoft. Jim Ryan wants the money that comes with Call of Duty. And he knows that if Microsoft takes on Call of Duty, that it's going to do what he said, undermine the quality, the highest of quality. Basically, he's saying the game is not going to come out. And if it does come out, it's going to be an underwhelming experience. And so that's what I've been saying. This is why that this is a shame. All they're trying to do is eliminate competitive advantage between Sony and Microsoft. And listen, all of these games that they're buying under these companies are sellers on the PlayStation. And the more game companies Phil Spenser is able to buy for Microsoft, the more he is able to lessen the competition between PlayStation, Sony, and even Nintendo. But ultimately, deals like this are very difficult to get done. And the reason why it's difficult is because you are taking on different countries and different cultures when it comes to mergers and acquisitions. And yeah, in a capitalistic society like the United States, which is a closed capitalistic society, this going to work because who's ever presiding over the antitrust here in the United States? United States is a capitalistic society, and let's just be honest, more people are buying games from other publishers besides Activision. So yeah, that'll be cool here in the United States to buy Activision and Blizzard, but when it comes to different countries, China, Brazil, and UK, I mean, everybody has their own culture, so they're going to look at it differently. As you've seen with the NVIDIA merger with ARM, that was a wrap because it was just too many different countries and cultures that had to sign off on this deal. Every country and culture is going to think differently about the acquisition. So this may not work for Microsoft, but in a situation where it does, I don't think Sony is necessarily scared. I just think that the terms under which Microsoft wants to buy Activision and then have Call of Duty multi-plat, I think that it's shady. Why not have it indefinite in the first place instead of saying, hey, look, it could be indefinite in the future? So the whole thing looks to be shady. And I think the other countries who have to approve this deal is going to look at it and say the same thing. Hey, this looks shady. So good luck to Microsoft, but I have to be on Jim Ryan's side on this one. I mean, Jim Ryan is at his heart a capitalist, and he was brought to Sony to make more money off these products. And I think his time is going to end, but I think he knows why he's there. He's there to make more money off the IPs, because I think Sony is thinking we need to make more money. We got the Marvel Spider-Man deal, and we need to make money off of this. And we got IPs out there. I mean, that's why you're seeing these movies for The Last of Us, these TV shows or whatnot, Nathan Drake movies. Jim Ryan is there to make money, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to raise capital because they're buying a lot of different studios themselves. But I think Sony is smart enough not to buy a company that large and expect for everybody to be happy with it, which more people would probably be happy with it because they know that Sony knows how to do a life cycle of a game and knows how to bring these games out, bring them to the customer, and have them be successful on the platform. But I'm telling you guys, I'm not the only one who thinks like this. Jim Ryan is thinking the same thing. It's the quality aspect of it. Is the game coming out? So no, Sony is not scared of Microsoft. I think they're just trying to make money indefinitely. And that's Jim Ryan's job. That's Sony's job. So tell me what y'all think about it. Tell me, do you think Jim Ryan is really scared of this merger between Activision and Microsoft? I'd like to know. Anyway, may the truth set you free. Have a nice day. Later.